We almost fought a crackhead at cross-country practice. Senior year of high school, we had all different routes in northern Kentucky that we would run for practice routes through DeVue Park, up into Fort Wright in the Park Hills area, and we'd have a lot of routes straight down Dixie Highway into Covington, Cincinnati area. Because I went to CovCath, so we're right off Dixie Highway, and when you're running down into Covington, you just take a left on a Dixie Highway and you go down that super steep hill into the city. So before all the nice apartment complexes and stuff was getting put up, it was just kind of some rough houses and stuff. We had just had a conversation about our behavior at practice. Our coach was constantly reprimanding us about our behavior at practice, and rightfully so. But our philosophy was just, we're going to have fun out here, at least me and my buddies. The thought was, this is our pack, this is our team, this is our group of kids. You're a group of shirtless, skinny-ass white kids running down in Covington. You're going to be the target of a lot of people yelling shit when they walk by or when they drive by. Like, you're just very susceptible to jokes. Me and my buddies were just very protective of our team and our friends. Like, you weren't going to talk shit to us. It had to be exhausting to be our coach because he would always have these conversations. All these conversations like, guys, if we could just be a little bit more mature, just be more of an example to your teammates. And we did try, but again, in our heads, we were always doing the right thing by standing up for our team. This dude comes out of his house. We're running down the side of Dixie Highway with no sidewalk, and he comes out of his house on the other side. So he's 4 lanes away from us. And you can tell he's a tweaker, bro. He looks like a cracked out Vanilla Ice. He's got a do-rag, wife beater, jorts with shorts. Jorts with shorts underneath the jorts. And he's itching his neck, talking to himself, smoking a cig. And I don't know why. I don't have an explanation for why. But our coach and a couple of the good runners up front, so then it's like a group of 5 or 6 kids, and then it's me and Griff. So we're like dead center of our team. And of course, he starts yelling at us. Oh yeah, keep it pushing, you faggots, you queers, you faggots. And he's screaming all this stuff at us. Me and Griff look at our freshmen who are looking a little uncomfortable with the situation, so we just immediately respond. Oh, fuck you, motherfucker. Why don't you come over here and say it to our face? You fucking crackhead. We're screaming at this guy. And again, it's looking back on it now, obviously, don't even engage. Just keep running because this dude's obviously tweaked out on something. He's out of his mind. He's talking to himself. Just let the situation go. But that's not how high schoolers work. That is just not how our brains were running at the time. Don't mess with us or you're going to be messed with. Don't mess with us, son, or there's going to be a problem. So we're screaming at this guy. How about you come across the street, say it to our face? Dude's crazy, right? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. He's ripping his cig. He's doing this shit while talking to himself, ripping his cig. Suddenly he's on the phone. He's opening his car up. Our coach comes flying back to us. What are you doing? Stop yelling at him. What is wrong with you guys? Why are you engaging with this guy? We immediately were both just like laughing. We're like, oh shit. Sorry, coach. We did it again. Sorry. We're just, looking out for the guys. And the cracked out dude flicks a cigarette, hops in his car, burns us, and takes off up the road. So even after our coach yells at us and goes back to the front, we are flicking the dude off as he takes off up Dixie Highway. So it's just the funniest exchange. I'm telling you, man. That type of stuff, running into the drunk people or the different characters you see in the city when you're running through Covington and Cincinnati as a bunch of shirtless white guys, is comedy. Comedy. This is another time we were running. And again, it's a group of all guys, a bunch of shirtless guys running down into like Main Strauss, downtown areas of Covington. Went down, we're right by like Turner's Gym for people to know that. We're hanging a left on the Main Strauss. This dude is drinking a couple 40s, comes out of the Marathon gas station right there. He's like, hey, boys. Like, that type of shit will literally make you laugh. Like, we would just cut up in laughter. Usually, we wouldn't have, like, an actual confrontation with people, but just running into all the tweakers, man. Like, you just never know what you're going to see down in Covington running down there. And you unintentionally draw a bunch of attention to yourself because of your group of shirtless white kids. Like there's no hiding that. because it's a group of like 20 or 30 of you. I bet people were probably at first like, oh man, I hope it's not one of those flash mob things. But that particular one was just comical. Like it felt like a scene out of a movie, just because, again, logically you would like there was no reason for us to engage, but in our heads we were like, don't talk to us, don't talk to our team, or we're gonna have a problem. So that was so funny. That's another story here on Talks with Tom. We're just gonna keep kicking them out. I've got stories for days about my boys. So, but there you go, another episode, another day. Hope everyone's well. Just keep it pushing. Whatever you're doing with your life, stay positive. Keep getting after it. It's the only way you succeed, I think. All right. Peace out. Taking shots by the lake till I can't even breathe no more. See no more. I was riding around town thinking to myself, is it gonna get